Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to our API course. Jack with devslopes.com here. And in this lesson, we are going to talk about strings. So let me go ahead and get set up here. I'm going to create a new file. And we'll just call it strings.js. And I'm going to close out our variables file and save it. And I'm going to clear my terminal out. Now, I've got a package called NodeMon installed, and we're going to talk more about that later. But while I'm adding code to this file, I'm going to go ahead and let NodeMon run over here, and that way every time I save it, it'll restart, and I won't have to type node strings.js every time. Alright, so we've got Node running here, and it's watching the strings.js file. Now then, what are strings? Strings are a data type, and they're used to represent text, and they're wrapped in either single or double quotes. So some examples of strings. So let's just say for a single quote, we can say let name equals Jack. And we can log that out to the console, and when I hit save, you see here we get Jack. Alright, so that's single quotes. And we can do double quotes as well. And we'll just go ahead and use name still, and we'll say Jane. And if I save that, you see we get Jack and then Jane. This one's with single quotes, this one's with double. Makes no difference. It's best to choose one style and stick with it, either single or double. I prefer single and use it consistently. Team, if you work with a team, you'll often have an agreed upon style and a style guide. But there are some issues that can come up, and we'll look at one of those right now. One thing is you can't mix, so you can't say let name, or let's just say name equals and then a single quote and end it with a double quote. That's an error. If I save that, you'll see here we get an error, invalid or unexpected token. And that's because I mixed it here. We can't do that. So that is an error. And I'll go ahead and comment that out. Now another issue that can arise is if you need to put a single quote inside a string. So we could say let message equal nice to see you. And we've got that inside double quotes. So you see here we're wrapping the entire string in double quotes. But we've got a single quote in here. Now, this is perfectly fine. If I save that, you'll see right here it's nice to see you. Now that same message, we can't do that with a single quote. And you see here my code syntax highlighting even has a problem with it because we started a single quote here and then we've got this single quote. It's just seeing this right here is the string. But anyway, that's going to throw an error. If I save that, it reruns, we get a crash. I'm going to go ahead and comment this out because it'll cause us problems if we don't. But one way around it is if you still want to use single quotes to wrap the entire string, you could just say message equals, and then inside your single quotes you could say it and then an escape character. So this backslash here before this single quote is called an escape character. So by putting that in there, it's telling JavaScript that to disregard this right here and just put it in there literally. So if we save that, you see right here, we get the same message. Now then, you can wrap any data type in quotes to turn into a string. So we could say console.log, and I'm going to say type of, and then just say 942, which is a number. And it's obviously a number. So if I save that, you see right here we get number printed in the console. Now if I do that same thing, but I put 942 in quotes, it is now a string. And if I save it, you see here we get number and then string. Okay, same thing for a Boolean. If I save that, you see here we get a type Boolean. If I wrap that in quotes, and save it, you see here we now get string. So you can take any type and wrap it in quotes, and it turns it into a string. And that's a pretty quick tour of strings. We'll be using strings throughout the course, and there's probably some things you'll pick up on we may not have covered here. They're pretty basic. It's just a way to represent text or characters, and just remember you always wrap them in quotes, either single or double. And anyway, we'll go ahead and move on to the next lesson. And like I said, we'll be using strings throughout the course, so you'll be getting very familiar with them.